Hey, Mr. Peter Benton, how's it going, brother? Barb Weist is in the house. Nick Bowker, the same amazing people coming back to the channel, and I love you guys for it. Grip Ripper, how's it going, you guys? Mr. Peter Benton in the house. Thank you very much. As well as good evening or afternoon. Thank you very much, Grip Ripper. Thanks again, guys, for coming back all the time. I see you guys all over the place here in the comments. I'm starting to wonder if I was paranoid. I think you were following me. Oh, you are following me, and I appreciate that. Being a nut, as always. Yeah, hey, by the way, my mother that called me, it's Canada Day, so happy Canada Day. I didn't know that today was a celebrating day to celebrate the fact that Canada was destroyed. So maybe I'll go get a little bottle of wine later or something like that and drink for Trudy. Not very encouraging for Canada Day, but allergies, crazy. Also, lots going on. The sun, waiting for that sun to come back. It's like he got scared. Me buying a telescope, I think. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder what's going on. Waiting for activity on the sun. I got a cold also. Been coughing like a maniac. And an interview yesterday for about over 2 hours. So trying to get out to other people, to reach more people, to talk about the research. And that's what I've been doing. Mix Ma'am, how's it going? Friday, lots to talk about. Listen, the ufology is taking a whole entire 360-degree turn. You know, I think basically over the years, that's what everyone's been doing, is fighting on whether things are ghosts, entities, or secret projects from Earth, or we can almost never know, what's going on, or we're getting very little truth also from people. So that's another thing that is hard for us to be able to decipher the reality. But it's coming. Yes. Thank you very much, Barb. And to all my Canadians, Darla, if you're here, and if anyone from Canada is here, happy Canada Day. Oof. I just woke up about an hour ago. I had the alarm on so that I wouldn't go through because I was up very late last night. We got rain all night last night and very, very chilly and cold. So, hey, Scott Lee's in the house. Thanks for coming back, you guys. Thanks a lot for the amazing support to the channel. I love you all so much for helping me keep this channel afloat, writing comments. I assume that the videos are interesting. A lot of people are out there looking for the truth, and especially since the UFO report and that they're admitting that UFOs are real, it's like everything died down. It's a bit odd. It should be the opposite. Thanks again, Barb, for coming by. And you guys can check out Barb's channel, check out Peter's channel. And we often look at our channels here between each other to go see other people's channels. And Peter also has, he's got, he's into insects too. I like insects, and I like the nature of it all. He's got a video that he recently posted. Those buggers, the caterpillar ate right through a plastic pot. So I'm thinking that Peter solved the plastic problem. You just get these caterpillars to eat all the plastic. But hey, thanks, Peter. What's CERN up to, Bruce, lately? No, let me try that again. What's CERN up to just lately, Bruce? You heard? Oh, no, I haven't, bro. I haven't been checking. I promise I will be between the streams, though, to go look at what's going on. But I know, like, they're doing big researching, and they're doing researching and trying to create dark matter by smashing atoms face to face on the collision course. They divert the light through tunnels, and then they smash each other, and it creates phenomena. And they take snapshots of the light, the explosion. They say that they're trying to recreate the Big Bang, but they're full of shit. I think, excuse the expression. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing nothing good. Microwaving the sky, beaming microwave into the sky. I don't know. I don't think it's very, very good what they're doing, but I will look into it because, I basically believe all the mind control programs and everything that went on, they say in the past that supposedly ended in 1973, is still going on. If you didn't see the podcast I just did, guys, maybe not everyone's interested in podcasts. Take the time to listen to at least 10 minutes of it. It's very interesting. I talk about the mind control programs, what they're doing. I keep the gore out of it, but it's just a very scary reality that if the government's trying to control our perception and the perception of reality, they could be doing it through these mind controlling programs, and they're very real. Thanks, Peter. Chris Kringle, is your government messing with you with the holograms? It's your government messing with you with the hologram. Chris Kringle, it could absolutely be, my friend. Could absolutely be. But messing with me with the hologram. Oh, you mean in the sky? Oh, that could definitely be. We can't just assume that they're all holograms, though. But the technology is new, and they're obviously doing some tests for sure. And he always vient disparaître. Thanks again, Peter. Where's everybody here? There he is. Hey, bonne fête Canada, man. Il fallait que j'aille me chercher du vin, une bière, quelque chose. J'étais même pas au courant que c'était la journée du Canada. Imagine forgetting that it was Canada Day. Good news, Canada Day is a national holiday, but I'll still be making videos, and we're doing all our streams today. We have so much to talk about. So, Stone's Throw, how's it going? Stone's Throw, sorry about that. Yes, sir, man. Yo, bro. Thanks a lot. Craig's in the house. Great to see you. Hit the like, people. Thank you very much, man. Elias Barnes in the house. Thanks, Elias. Caleb Benjamin. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening in, you guys. Max Vision remote viewing class. Appreciate it. It's not allergies. It's, but yeah, that I honestly believe it. I honestly believe it. It's like I'm all, yeah, I believe the chemtrails are. They found out the chemtrails in Brazil, right? Is it Brazil? They had pesticides in it. So they are spraying us, some people, you know. And then all you have to do is go look up. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you, Lisa. Thanks. All we have to do, or anyone has to do, is look up where the chemtrail programs, in which country are they doing the programs. And, you know, Canada, US, France, UK, and Spain, if I'm not mistaken. So those are the areas where they're probably spraying people. A lot of people tell me, why don't they spray in Africa? Well, they're doing the damage by the ground. They don't have to do it in the air. All about control. I like comparing it to controlling your pet population. Same thing when Bob Barker used to come out and say, control your pet population by getting your cats or dogs spayed or neutered. Anyway, that's what they're doing to us, getting us neutered, killing us slowly off. Yeah, I hear you. It'd be nice, though, if we all experience a bit of all that weather, though, because I don't friggin' blame you a bit. I've never been to Texas, my friend. It's on my bucket list. I love Texas and all the people from it. A lot of people here from Texas. Definitely on the bucket list, sorry, that I'd like to go and visit Texas. But yeah, you guys have very, 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 very hot weather. Arizona, too. Remember Marty, my friend Marty passed away. Marty was building his observatory. For those of you who remember Marty, he was always talking about the temperature in Arizona, how it was always hot, and that there was no clouds basically ever in the sky. It was very rare that it rained. Just in the end, Arizona started talking to me about they were having more rain. I don't know if it's still the situation. Thanks again, Lisa. Fenouil, comment ça va? Ben oui. Hey, ben man, je vais le partager sur la chaîne Avenir Québec Astronomie. Ouais, ça a duré 4 heures avec Jeff, mais c'est 2 heures et demie de temps que moi, j'ai duré avec. C'était bien cool là, pour ça. C'est un gars qui est pas mal cool. Il y a eu du monde pas mal cool là aussi. Je vais le partager tantôt, le lien dans le. Ben, toi, tu l'as vu, mais merci, man. Thanks. They're saying now that the rocket that crashed into a couple of you guys and gals were talking to me about the rocket crash. I didn't know that a rocket recently crashed on the moon, so thanks for letting me know that, you guys. Rocket that crashed into the moon is an unknown object and not the booster one. So there we go. So we have another object that hit the moon that is not a known object, or it wasn't premeditated. They didn't know what was, like, nobody launched anything to hit the moon. So what could it be? I was lucky enough to capture like 6 or 7, I think, objects hitting the moon, and it's a matter. Thanks again, Peter. It's only a matter of luck, right, or chance. I mean, you whether you're skilled or not, it doesn't mean you're going to be getting UFOs all the time, because that's like falling stars. You never know when it's going to appear in the sky, and when you get it perfectly, it's luck with a little bit of skill, probably. Thank you, Darla. Thanks for sharing the channels, Darla. Appreciate that. Ready to burn in the Nazi NWO to hell. Yeah, but there's a big fight, Crystal. There's a big fight going down. Hopefully, those scum suckers won't get won't be able to do anything. Well, they'll be able to do a lot of harm, but maybe not harm everyone. That's for sure. Lots of things are changing. They have, in the States, you can see that Biden is literally, and the Dems are literally fighting with the Supreme Courts now. And when you see people in politics, very uncivilized and childish, like calling each other names, and this is because of Trump and that's because of this. It's a load of bullshit when you see it. And the American people must be really, really mad and to the point of being embarrassed to see what the hell's going on in the White House and shit. It's ridiculous. Well, listen, a stone's throw 2020. That is not good news, and I appreciate you letting me know that. What I'm going to go do between the streams before we do the other stream, I am going to go look up everything I can about CERN if we're going to talk about that. Thanks for letting me know, you guys, that it's going to be starting up again. The airspace in where is it? Alaska. When the Hadron Collider, started up, was it that? No, I'm very sorry. It could be a stone's throw. Not CERN, but HARP. When HARP started up a few months ago, they ordered all the air traffic in Alaska to be grounded in one certain very big area because they were doing testing there. So it's not good news. Firing up in 4 days. I can only imagine what the hell they're going to do. So they're going to do this big test where they're going to change the whole frequency of Earth and move us over so that we don't get hit by Apophis in 2029. China or Japan, one or the other, were supposed to be on that project by sending some probes or whatnot to divert it, but now it's NASA that's going to continue it. There was a little fighting between James Webb Telescope, NASA, and China, saying that James Webb Telescope was not allowed to turn and face Earth. Why? Is there a weapon on it? I would say that the aliens did try to attack it. Don't you think it's smart? Like, how would an alien destroy James Webb Telescope if they wanted to destroy it in theory? Well, I'll tell you really easily how they would do it. They would do it without causing debris, right? So those meteoroids that hit James Webb, and for those of you who don't know, 5 meteoroids hit James Webb Telescope, and the 5th one cracked the mirror or the covering, whatever. It did some damage. But they say that it was so precise, the viewing of James Webb Telescope, they made it far better than they had predicted they would have made it. And now they're saying with the meteoroids that hit it, they said now it's just really good. The image. So I guess, when a mirror comes out, well, they'll have to realign all the other mirrors and center themselves. That's how they deployed it. When they deployed it, all those mirrors, they come like all the stars looking at one star. That's what they do. Each mirror focuses on one star, and then you see all the stars placed all over. And then what they do is they gradually bring all those stars that all the mirrors are looking at into one star, and that means that they're all aligned. They did that really, really fast when they went up James Webb Telescope. I don't see James Webb Telescope lasting anywhere past the summer. I'm pretty sure it's going to be destroyed. They're in the Sector 1, or they call it in the I'm wrong about that part. I call it Sector 1, but there's 1 and 2. It's an area of space where there's no debris, where it's, there's no movement or of anything, they say. And here they're getting hit by meteoroids. There was talk of them not knowing if the meteoroids were human debris or if it was a deliberate attack or whatnot. But I'm sure they're going to talk about it at one point. Thanks a lot, Darla. Yes, thanks, Mix Ma'am. Who crashed a rocket on the moon the other day? Was it a rocket or what? So yeah. Thanks for just letting me know this, you guys. I think it was yesterday or the day before. One of you mentioned it to me. A couple of you mentioned it to me. and I did not know that they had captured something, or they said that something was caught, or that something hit the moon. And I'll be looking at that after also. And also, yeah. Well, I guess I lost my pen. I wanted to write it down. I don't want to forget to look for CERN later. Actually, I should get that pen in case I forget. Give me a second, everyone. CERN. So everyone's infiltrated everywhere, right? The good news, I mean, that's how MK Ultra came out at the beginning. All those mind controlling programs, it was CIA members that were worried about what was going on. So that came out from the inside. If not, it wouldn't come out from the inside. So I look at it that they're always infiltrating us. I know for a fact that people are always infiltrating the government, and they're always trying to get in. And maybe some people are going to be working now the next few years and trying to bring some of that truth out. So me, I'm hearing a lot of this good stuff. For me, it's good stuff. It's good news. If it's real, or if it's so or not, I don't know. But so CERN, we want to go look at CERN. And what else? I don't want to forget the other thing. Yeah, that rocket crash, or something crash on the moon. I'm going to see if there's any information out on that. There must be, probably not a lot, but it would be interesting seeing exactly what they're saying about that, for sure. 100%. Hey, Willie, thanks, man. Trump holds. Vermont in the house. Trump. 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 I wish the best for the States. I hope you guys, that everything's going to be okay down there, because a lot of shit going on. I think everything that's going on around the world is basically because of Biden. I think he's definitely not helping. Vertex locator. Scary. I am Kai's in the house. How's it going, brother? You still working that project, man? Making a chopper. That's what I want to see him do. Just got in a truck with the boy to take him shopping. I'll try to hurry. Right on. Take your time, my man. And I'm gonna be back on a bit later too. But I'm sticking around for 2 hours, so sure thing. Drive safe, man. You guys have a nice drive. Beth, no, yes, San Diego in the house. Beth, I was talking with the assistant director of MUFON yesterday in Quebec on an interview, and guess what? Dust in my thing. Did you know that the guy Jeff, the host yesterday, when in my interview 2.5 hours, was talking about what looks like a declared base that they said was in the ocean, right? Well, you know where that base is, Beth? It's right beside San Diego. And that's what we concluded. We were looking yesterday, and he goes, one girl said, it's à côté. One girl said, is it beside San Diego? And yeah, so like the closest big waterfront to you, massive waterfront along the edge, right down in the bottom, there's a base. And now it's not just speculation. Apparently, they're talking about it being a hidden base, a secret base that's there in San Diego. It's right in the water, and you can see it so much on the ground. You see, like, they literally put something under the ground, underwater, in the ocean of the floor's ocean. No, the ocean's floor, to be able to drive around and do whatever they want under the ocean. So that's a little scary. But I laughed because it's right beside San Diego. And if you go look at where you're at in San Diego, and you go look on the map, Google Earth or whatever, and you go look in the water, just along the edge, you will see that like two platforms. There's a square platform, then there's another platform over top. Then they got all these big beams holding up that massive platform, and it's in the bottom of the ocean, but right along the edge. So that is incredibly perfect. So they can literally have tunnels on one side of the base under San Diego, under the States, and the other part of the base could be in the water. So they can leave in the water in the ocean, or they can leave underground on the other side. Now, how secretive is that, right? It's scary stuff, but apparently it's real. Been in the making for 15 years. Yeah, but it's coming now. It's coming now. They're coming to the point where they're going to be doing all this bad stuff that they wanted to do. It's nothing good. I think that it's an attempt to save Earth, maybe, if not to destroy it. I hope. But maybe there is something coming to Earth, going to hit Earth. I'm anxious. I hope so. I actually hope it does. Okay, you mean going down? Like things are going down, or they're going down? I prefer that one. Thanks a lot, Barb, for being here. Everything's jumping up. There's the stats. How's it going, Julie? Lisa Eckerly's in the house. I'm jumping around here. Mena. French is gay. You spelled it wrong. Hey, thanks, Craig. Yeah, he was a hell of a guy, man. He was a really, really good guy. And generous contributor, and he was trying to get his observatory up. One thing I hope, Craig, is that his son will maybe continue that, maybe try to do some star watching. It'll probably get him close to his dad, but it's too bad. He had good kids too. Good day to you, Mr. Gate Smasher. Well, I made a funny picture. Should I show him? I put my face in some bacon strips and I was going to send them to you. Then I was saying, what the hell am I doing? I had some time to spare yesterday. Gate Smasher in the house. Julie's here in the house. Thanks, you guys, for always listening in. I appreciate it so much. Thanks again. Welcome, bro. Bruh. DCS, I love the podcast too. All of Bruce's work is very good. Thank you very much, Barb. It's so sweet of you. I thought the podcast was really interesting. I liked your songs, Barb. You got me to want to make a music song yesterday, but I couldn't because I talked for like 2.5 hours yesterday in an interview, and I went to bed really, really late. I never wake up in the afternoon, but I woke up in the afternoon, and then I find out that it's Canada Day today. I mean, but that's what I do. I work through the holidays because, it's important to work, and what I'm doing is what I want to be doing on Canada Day is researching. I love doing it. I'm never going to stop doing it. And I intend on getting better and better doing it. Just want to go see something. Something is open till later. Because I guess everything's going to be closed today. One moment. Uno momento, mi amigo. Okay, that's all right. So that's still open. That's a good thing. If my eyes can last, I'll be okay. I should be okay. Beth, thank you very much for the generous contributions. Did you see the footage of the UFO this week on Twitter? The ship was up there for an hour. Wonder if it was ours, ET. Love the podcast on mind control you did. Love you all. Thank you so much, Beth. No, I didn't hear about it, Beth, on Twitter, and the ship was there for an hour. I think I heard about it, but I didn't see the post. But see, this is what everyone's wondering now. Are all those lights around Earth human or are they alien? And that's, it's almost maddening because we see the lights there now, but we still don't know who they are. I hope there will be some truth that comes out on that part for sure. You have ghosts, beings, entities, demons, all the, shadows, whatever you want to call them. I just, I tend now this year, I changed the way, like they're all just beings, right? Whether it be a dead being, a living being, a physical being, or whatnot, or a being in the 2D dimension or 1D dimension. I don't know, but they're real. There's definitely the existence of other species for sure. Most likely, like many of you also tell me yourselves, they're obviously already here on Earth and they've been here a long time, probably even longer or as long as humans. Maybe there's always been a mixture of different species on the planets. Doesn't that make sense? Wouldn't that make sense that every planet would have a mixture of all the races, but that one race started multiplying quicker than the other one, and then there was a war, and then they got rid of the other alien species, and then we're left with humans because humans are savages, and it's probably us that took over the entire bloody universe. Now maybe their ancestors, or the alien ancestors, or the kids that came after are coming back for us. Thank you very much, Julie. The stats in the house. Another interesting channel, animals and stuff. I love you guys for sharing your videos too. Lots of fun. Been breaking in my hat this week. It's a hell of a nice it's a hell of a nice gift, Julie. You guys really, really thoughtful. I'll be checking mail too. You said if something else is coming. Oh, take it down a notch, you guys. Don't want to be too spoiled. I will be returning the favor because I might have a little something that that made me think of you guys, and I'll be doing the same thing. To be continued. Yes, left the twin crater. Exactly. I heard that too. Thanks for being here, Richard Crooks. Oliver Klein's in the house. How am I with the time? I'm going to try to maintain here. Gabber Beast is there. Question, do you see chemtrails there all the time? Not all the time, most of the time. The weather manipulation experiments they learned at Montauk Project, 73 to 83. They said they moved it to Alaska and Norway. Kind of explains the chemtrails. Absolutely. So yes, we have a lot of chemtrails here, but no, not what seems like it's not all the time. They're excessively bad during, entire period of a day. And I've been, me here on my end, Gabber, it's basically, it could be in the summer that all like for 7 days in a row, and then they take 3 to 4 days off, and then they're back. I've never seen longer than a 2 or 3 day gap of the chemtrails going by. And don't forget, I'm not always looking in the sky. So in general, they're there most of the time, but sometimes it's a lot more excessive. Thanks for the question, man. Jonas Mom, I'm doing good, my friend. Thanks a lot, Jonas. Thanks for being here. Will do. Ghana, thank you very much. How amazing, you guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Dang right. Willie, Trump embarrassed all Americans to the world trader. Did he embarrass Americans? I hope Trump didn't do anything wrong. He can, maybe at one point. Bobana, did not see him yet in the house. Hey, thanks, a stone's throw. Will do, brother. Our chemtrails are leaving horrible spots on our cars, houses, everything. So hard to get off items. My hair looked like I had paint over spray. Yeah, well, that's what they say, eh? Like, you don't want to go outside when there's acid rain, right? If you go outside when there's acid rain, they call it acid rain, but in reality, it's radiation rain. You get a green head of hair. So, yeah. I believe it. Gate Smasher, 100%. I made a little breakfast video for you, brother. I was having fun yesterday. When I got off with you yesterday talking about bacon, I went and made a nice bacon, eggs, and I made myself a brunch after talking with you here. But I have a little bit of me singing and preparing my breakfast. So I said I'll post that later. A little bit of fun. The Reawakening America tour is pro-Trump. It has RFK and TV doctors speaking on it. How does that work again? Yeah. Listen, I've seen Pfizer come out and admit the head of it that things were dangerous, and yet the company continues producing. So it's a little silly, right? People just aren't interested, or they don't believe that anything's really going on, and it's going to hurt the most for those people that open their eyes at the last minute. It's continually depopping us. That's what they're doing. Continually maintaining the masses and trying to break us down. We just don't realize it. Burn, thanks a lot, man. Nice to see you, bro. Illuminati uses CERN to search other dimensions. I'm sure they're looking for other dimensions. That's for sure. They're with that, they'll be able to locate portals by finding out where there's more of a dense magnetic force and pressure in the universe. They're knowing everything now. They're experimenting with stuff, but I just hope they don't blow us up. Definitely. Dimensions and realities, timelines where Illuminati has strong influence in, then they try to merge those timelines with ours. Expect some glitches in the Matrix. Yeah, yes, exactly. To be expected, some glitches in the Matrix, 100%. It's not a good sign. Oh, that is good to know. I wonder what they're launching again. I'll be checking that out later again, too. That's another thing I'll be checking. Bring back some information later about that. I got my spy down there. Floyd's there, right there, looking at everything that's going on over there. They're launching, Julian Floyd told us, the Stats and Gate Smasher, that these people down there are launching, if I'm not mistaken, every 2 weeks or something like that. That's incredible. They want to send a lot of shit up in space. That's a bit concerning. Andrew, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming back. Thanks for the amazing support, you guys, always. Delay, how's it going? Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, you guys. Kale, how's it going? I love your show. Thanks so much, Kale. Where's these mind control links? Sure. I'll let you know. It's been so hot in my city in San Diego. Another one from San Diego. You guys are sitting on a base, secret base they're talking about. Jeff Benoit was talking to me about that yesterday. We've 100 cities here in SD. I love your videos of, hey, thank you very much. You were the first that showed me biddings on the moon. Thank you very much. I'm honored, Kale. Honored. And there's not a lot of people that come by here and remain. And the ones that come by the channel, they just fall upon the channel. YouTube is definitely not recommending my channel to very many people. So I really appreciate that, sister. Thanks so much for being here. Some toxic skies and death air in central states. It's getting bad. Yeah, in the central states, where was it? There was that incredible smog that they were showing. I don't get what's going on. People were driving around less. You see that during COVID, they said in China that were showing that there wasn't even any smog anymore when they stopped driving for like 48 hours. Isn't that stupid? Imagine the quantity of people that are driving around there. You look in China and you see most of the people on bikes. You say, where's the pollution coming from? You know? Emmy, Texas in the house. Thank you very much. Carson Afarino. Thanks, Carson. Well, brother, we must find the impact zone. Yes. The source. That's exactly true. Bruce, love the new format. Your podcast on MK Ultra was freaking stellar. Beth, I really appreciate it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hang on, Beth. Somebody just asked me the links. Kale, I'm so sorry. Was it Kale that asked me the links? Yes. Kale, it's all in small letters. So sorry. The Black Vault. Theblackvault.com. Don't click on any boxes when you get there. You're going to scroll down and always look on the right side or your left if you're on a phone. Look on the right side, I imagine, and go down and you'll see mind control. When you click on the mind control, you're going to fall into the MK Ultra collection of documents and files. There's Mr. Greenwald, amazing guy that's trying to, get these documents declassified, and he's doing a hell of a job. There are millions of governmental documents there, millions of them. So you could, and if not millions, I think it's 900,000, but it seems to me into the millions. And you can go maybe 2 or 3 million, and you can find a lot of stuff there. If you want to be up to date with what's going on in the UFO report, especially, and everything, you could look everything up there. My dear friend, you're going to see everything from the president's assassination way back, Kennedy, and everything. Everything is there. There's lots of stuff being declassified. It's a very, very good website. And again, you'll have to sift through the crap. There's lots of stuff there without any explanation. They're showing a whole bunch of photocopies and everything. Theblackvault.com. You guys can check it out. Been good, Burn. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, all because of Gate Smasher. Not a bacon freak, but I enjoy my bacon. It's actually healthy. Now, the truth behind bacon, it's healthy. And people are like, no, gosh, don't eat bacon. You'll store fat. You'll get fat and stuff. No, we need some meat. Bacon is one of the ones I eat. I'm not a big meat eater. I'm not a big eater at all. I'm just a big guy. I must have been a camel in my other life. I'm able to consume, to keep the fat on me. Maybe a bear. Maybe I was a bear in another life. All our bodies are made differently. So, we all have that skinny friend that we hate. How does he stay thin? Not content with turning the earth into a garbage patch. Yes, they now contaminate space and the moon with junk. It's so sad, bro. That is very true. And like I said, like we all say here often, some of us, I don't think that something hold on, garbage patch, space. Yeah, I don't think they're going to allow aliens are going to allow us to leave Earth unless we clean up Earth. And the pollution around Earth, now we're polluting between the moon and that. So that would explain why they didn't want us going to the moon. Even the supposed launch to the moon, throwing garbage in space, letting their urine out in space and everything. I can only imagine what some of these people are, doing. Michelle Seymour, hey, you remember me? I do. How's it going? Do you work out, Bruce? No, I used to. I kept my shoulders and chest wide, and now it's just fat. Trying to lose some weight. I'm still on my diet. Diet means I was just basically extremely careful with everything now. There's no more sugar at all. I wasn't a big sugar intake, but I buy a box of cookies or 2 boxes of cookies once a month. But the problem is the day I buy the cookies is the day I eat them. So I just don't buy sweets anymore. It's done. And I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. I made my brain believe that I could do it. So it will help. I'll start slimming down. I don't think I'll be melting, but we'll see. My pleasure, Barb. That's what makes me happy, Barb. When I'm in a good mood, I like singing. Sometimes when I'm really sad, Barb, I can make some really, really, really good songs. It depends. I like singing music when I'm down and when I'm happy. Different type of music that we play. So that's interesting. Thanks again, Beth, Peter, and everyone. Their generous contributions. And if you're here, you're all contributing to the channel in an amazing way. If it wouldn't be for you all coming back each week, well, I wouldn't be here. That's for sure. Thank you very much, Craig. Today, guys in the States, for those, my friends in the States, today here in Canada, July 1st is like your 4th of July in the States. So that's what people will be doing, is basically driving drunk, hitting kids and stuff like that, That's a silly word we live in. Tammy Luther, how's it going? Just watch your podcast. Hey, thank you. I love you for it. Thanks for doing so, guys. Try to keep it interesting. Everybody that does talk shows or radios, it's a dream for someone to be able to do a talk show, but it's not everybody that's interesting. And I know me too. I'm putting myself in that boat too. I don't want to just make podcasts to flash and I got a microphone to get my voice sounding all cool. I want to be able to bring some basic information. MK Ultra, not everybody knows what MK Ultra consists of. So I wanted to bring that out on the table. Some people don't even know that they're doing those programs, or that they did those programs, as they said. Hey, Patrick, merci vraiment beaucoup, mon frère. Patrick de la Douceur, passe un super bel après-midi, toi et ta famille, bro. Thank you so much, Patrick. Cool, you guys. What an amazing support. I appreciate it. Simon, CE5 Circles here. Films the Sky, guys. Gabber Beast films the sky. Simon, CE5 Circle films the sky. They're doing the same things as a lot of people are doing, like I'm doing, trying to film with the infrared. Gabber Beast, Simon, they both got some nice activity just recently in the past few weeks that went by. So that's pretty incredible. Real flashes in the sky. A lot of people come here and say they've never seen any flashes in the sky ever, and I believe you. And some people get all the luck. Some people are able to see a lot of the flashes. So you guys can check out some of their videos also. Hey, Gamer Duderfu, thank you very much. Yes, military said not ours, but when they are ever truthful with it, when are they ever truthful with us? Exactly. But it's intriguing, Beth. For the first time, they'd admit, hey, we didn't do, that's not us. It's an alien craft, right? So they don't know if it's alien or not. I looked at it. Yes, I was talking with the director of MUFON yesterday again, and all the ufologists. We had some fun. And what was I going to say? Because now I'm thinking of them. Military said not our. Yeah, that's it. The fact that there are lights coming to Earth, a lot of them coming to Earth, it could be a recon when they do a reconnaissance effort to, like in the military, when they recon, to try to locate the source of wherever the shooting's coming from or whatnot. Well, it could be an alien further out that's not here yet, but is sending those lights that are probes that detect the atmosphere. It detects the quantity of people. It records sound, whatnot. When we see lights in the sky, it just remains, oh, wow, look, a light. And all we can say about those lights are the characteristics and traits from them. The light's blinding. The light's dimming. The light is excessively bright, And we're really in the beginning in ufology of making better terms. And, the more the government will release some of that, declassify some of the secrets, well, ufologists will be able to make a real, a set of rules that people can do to detect, whether these sightings are real. Because when you get a UFO sighting and, even to go to MUFON or whatnot, they want to know the time. They want to know if you saw any heat. They want to know if you did this or that. What time did you see it? Was there any people around you? Were you those are the things you have to look for, or that you'll be asked if you have a real UFO sighting. Are you in a place where there was lights? Are you in a place where there's electrical wires? Were you under wires? Were you near wires? But often the UFOs wind up in data unless there's more than one capture. Like the one I got coming down from the sky there, that will wind up in data. They'll analyze it. They'll classify it as either unknown or unexplainable or camera problems, camera filter problems. Guaranteed the Pentagon will be talking about that. And then that's going to leak into probably the UFO network in MUFON, where they're going to have to start telling people that it's the camera sensors that are doing all these things. And I'm really worried about that because that's, I'm worried about a cover up. I just wish people were truthful and honest. If I turn around and tell you guys it's a UFO or the moon's inhabited, I confirm it. Well, it's just my opinion. It remains just my opinion either way. So how am I with the time? I'm going to try to hang on here. Lights, alien or human? Exactly. We have only been building spaceships in Utah for the Navy since the 70s. Why would secret spaceships be showing themselves? It's a secret. I think it's alien mostly. Thanks for giving me your opinion on that, man. Could absolutely be. Yeah, don't be shy, you guys. If you have a link or something, go right ahead. Crimson Drums, Anunnaki. See, there's another one that, thanks, man. And Sprad Paranormal. There's another one that a lot of talk about that, the Anunnaki. Some people are telling me they're on the moon, also the Anunnaki. And not just because apparently they would have come to Earth, I guess, before, right? To guide us and to align us, I guess, to do certain things. And now, would they ever come back? Would an alien race ever come back to check up on us? I would assume they probably would. Thank you so much, Simon, for taking the time to check out the podcast, guys, on MK Ultra. It's really, really interesting. Check it out. Thank you, Julie. I have a Patreon channel. I have little means and ways of keeping this channel afloat. If for those interested, for a couple dollars a month, you can check out my Patreon channel. Thank you very much, Julie. I don't share it here ever, actually, and I should once in a while. Elroy Shredding, thank you so much. Elroy Shredding. You guys, if you need some shredding done, check out Elroy Shredding. Thanks, bro. Thanks, you guys. I love you all for the amazing support here. Yes, sir, 100%. Gravity is magnetism. Every single time there's something that's roaming around in our solar system or in the universe, it's going to change that flow of the currents of everything. The winds, the magnetism is more dense or less dense. It's going to change the way the planets rotate. Then you have CERN and HARP doing a whole bunch of stuff and experimenting in that. You could only hope that they're not going to destroy Earth. It's very scary stuff. I mean, they know nothing about. That's what the government does. They do tests without really caring about the people. That's the way I look at it. Federal Express. I have a memory blank. I don't know if that's just in the States. Hold Bush. Sorry. Hang on. Oh, there's the eye again. I'm gonna have to get off. Not get off, but just go clean my eye. Shipped commercially in Canada. Canada Post. Parcel Solutions. One moment, everyone. So sorry about that, everyone. FedEx shipping, shipped commercially in Canada. Delivery parcels by tomorrow. I think they do. I think they do deliver. That could be. I'm not sure. I think they say that they do. Federal Express. I'm just trying to think if I ever seen a Federal Express truck around here. It must. I have a memory blank. I'm not a big receiver in parcels, so. Hey, Lightman 54,000. Thanks. TR3B, the craft taking them back and forth. John Lear talked about how it takes a few days to get used to the moon atmosphere. That's interesting. Yeah, I believe that. I had the chance to meet John Lear also. He was very interested in my research. John Lear spoke out about my research to get more people to come by. And yeah, very mysterious man. The people that were around him didn't like me, that's for sure. Thanks for sharing that, CWB Racing. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Gainesville, Georgia in the house. Thanks a lot, David. Welcome, man. Nice to have you in. Oh, dude, I got some problems today here. Things are jumping around. Is the homeless situation there getting worse? Oh, yes. In Canada, yeah, it was pretty bad. And like you guys in the States, we have all these vets on the streets. Isn't that crazy? It's true. You know, I'm not going to take a chance actually and answer that, Annette, because I'd have to do more research. But I know for a fact we do have poor people here that live on the streets. And very sadly, when it comes to the few days that it's minus 30, minus 40 degrees, a lot of people in Montreal, the poor people, they die. They pass away. They die in park benches and stuff. It's very sad. It'd be cool if some aliens sent a link to you or anyone of all the pictures of these alien races. That'd be sick. Yes, definitely. I'm sick of cartoon pics. I hear you, Kale, on that one. I want to see the real thing. And that's, am I ever stupid? It's Kaylee. Why am I saying Kale? I'm sorry about that. Duh. Kaylee. Sorry about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right about wanting to see the truth. Well, Kaylee, I've had some people send me some very classified stuff to let me in on looking at some things. And it's like they always wanted me to maybe post it and to see if I'd post it and I'd get in trouble. I'm very careful with what some of the people send me. But I'm like you, Kaylee. I'm not a big fanatic or fan about the alien races because I don't believe I've seen any until, even that gray alien over there watching outside, the neighbor, doesn't mean they exist, and it doesn't mean they look like that. It doesn't mean that there are that many races. I'm not saying I don't think there are races, but until I see a real image, like you say, of the alien, wouldn't it be fun not to see a cartoon or an illustration? Because basically that's what NASA's doing. They're continually showing us illustrations, and they don't hide it either. They definitely don't hide it. What's going on? The crazy ass shit in the sky, Bruce. I'm telling you, Michelle Seymour, it is crazy what's going on. And a lot of people are seeing lights outside of where I am here. 75 sightings, as I was talking with, again, the assistant director yesterday. 75 sightings in Quebec. There was like 40 or 50 in other provinces, but Montreal, a lot of sightings. Last year, there were a lot of sightings. And of course, the sad part is that most of these sightings are ruled out. We're like, yesterday, Eric from MUFON was talking about the flares in the sky. That pisses me off, though, because they always say that it's a military flare. And some of these flares, when they're emitted from the planes or helicopters or whatnot, they remain in one area. They float. The light floats there for some reason, and people have a tendency of thinking they're UFOs. But okay, but how many flares can go up at night? What's the goal of sending out military personnel and letting off flares at night? Unless it was a special tests. They're doing a lot of tests in the air. So when they do a test, somebody declares as a UFO, and then MUFON investigator goes to see what's going on, and then most of the time it's nothing. So they say. Scunthorpe, thank you very much from Scunthorpe. In the UK, thank you very much, guys. Always learning about new places all the time. Stigger66, thank you very much for being here, you guys. If the moon was made of cheese and you went to the moon to live, I'd be dead, man. Would you start eating cheese again to survive? I honestly wouldn't. And what I would do is I would start these like AA meetings of areas a place where we can all go talk about our cheese addictions. Yeah, I would eat part of the moon, Gabaris. I would eat a part of the moon. What I would do is I would eat myself out, make a house out of cheese, Imagine sleeping on cheese. When you get up to breakfast, you just take a bite out of the bed. Try to be peaceful, but I'm so pissed off. I hear you, man. And ready for what every man come, praying for peace, but preparing for war. That is something really well said. And I think that's where my mentality is right now, is that it's peace, peace, peace the whole way there. Follow the guidelines, Bruce and Dave. Just shut up. Follow the guidelines. Endure it. Things will get better. But like you, I'm ready. Like loaded. I'm ready. I'm ready for shit to go down because it possibly can go down. The governments are afraid of the people. They've always been afraid of the people. And they do things secretly to try to, keep us in low numbers. But now it's all coming out. Now, finally, there's an awakening inside of the pharmaceutical company for some reason. It's not that nobody knew. Everyone knew since day one what was going on. It's that some people are getting paid to shut up. Lots of money. Government pays you $10 million to shut up. Don't talk. They'll kill you. No one will find out what happened. Even if you do decide to turn around and tell people what's going on. Anytime it rains, it's because I made it rain. So I always go outside when it rains. I made it rain before. Definitely. I tried the least possible to make it rain. Like I'll try to make it rain if there's a fire. But aside from that, yeah. Julie in the house. Fies, we don't want to skip the line and jump in front of those who really need it. That's right. Idiots, eh? Bunch of idiots. It makes me so mad, you know. I knew from day one, like a lot of you did. It's funny, eh? You follow a conspiracy channel, they're literally telling you everything that's going on in the world, and they're pretty much right about everything. People like Alex Jones and stuff, whether you like listening to him or not, I don't always enjoy his voice, but I go there for the truth. There's lots of documentation and truth that's coming up. So thanks, Darla, for sharing the channels too. How these comments? Fuck your timeline. I make the rain. Well, I don't mean to piss any of you off, but I think that we can all make the rain because I've done it before. Yeah, I'm an energy freak. And as you see in my videos, doing videos like trying to make thunder strikes at the end of my finger, I think it's effing cool because it's never been seen and people don't do it. And it's impossible to go outside and to say, lightning, strike my finger. Even if you do it in a freaking storm, you're not going to be able to locate where it is at the end of your finger there. But those are things that I like doing with energy. But I assure you guys, I'm the one that making it rain. And if you don't stop, I'm going to flood you buggers. I'm going to flood you out of your towns, okay? No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. If any of you have floods tonight, you're going to hate me. Our underwater neighbors, well said, UFO video addicts. Our underwater neighbors have warned our leaders that the human population has reached a critical mass and something needed to be done. Jabs for the sheep. Yep, that's exactly it. But I had a better idea. How about telling people to stop facking? Stop having kids for 2-3 years till we find a solution. Instead of, well, what we'll do is we'll let people continue having babies, twins, and everything, and we'll just kill them all. Doesn't make any sense. And I can't help but wonder myself, UFO video addicts, if the aliens are not here to do so, to start the jabbing. I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. Is it to change our DNA because there's demons that have come down to Earth? Well, if there is, there's going to be one hell of a war. And like a few of you said here, we're ready. I'm ready. I'm starting up with a machete. And then I can take guns. I'm going to have some fun with the machete. Sounds psychotic, eh? I'm borderline prepared. I'm just one finger will rise up and I will react because I do believe that it's the end of the world and that they're going to try to destroy us. But I know that there's a good chance that we beat them. But right now, there's a big old evil war going on between evil and good that most of us don't see. And I'm not talking about all my awake friends here, but most of us don't see what's going on. Ben, we at the house. That's absolutely right, man. Vladimir Zelenko died yesterday. Yeah. The second name on the blacklist of FIs. Coincidence? I don't think it's a coincidence. I think these assholes are killing off people. I definitely think that that's what's going on. You know what? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut à les house, là? Il faut là, qu'eux autres, ils se font infiltrer, là, puis une après l'autre, là, dans leur lit, là, ils se font couper à gorge. C'est grave, hein? Mais moi, c'est ça que je veux qu'il arrive à ce monde-là. Le monde qui a inventé ça, le Vax, là, j'espère qu'ils crèvent en enfer. I am pissed. I am pissed at that. Yeah, we lost Vladimir Zelenko. So again, on the list of people that Pfizer doesn't like, I don't think it's a coincidence. C'était un peu rough, qu'est-ce que j'ai dit, là, Léas, là, mais c'est la mentalité que j'ai. Moi, là, quand j'ai appris qu'il était en train de tuer du monde pour vrai sur la Terre, là, je suis pas trop content, puis je suis prêt à pas former des groupes, là, mais que la révolution frappe, je vais être un des premiers en avant. Brazil in the house. Thank you very much. There's Bobana. Got the word yesterday that Orlando, Florida is going to be the center of the metaverse. It's a little weird, isn't it? So all the changes going on, right? That's what's happening. Merci encore, Patrick Ladouceur. Hein? All those changes, guys. Sammy M's here. So sorry, Kaylee, for calling you Kale. What a dumbass. Carol's Cookies. Hey, we are talking about some of your videos on my friend's channel the other night. Hey, Carol's Cookies. I can't thank you enough, sister. Love you for it. Thank you very, very much. That's good news. Sammy M, thanks for being here. And it is good news, you guys. Super weird theory, but I think the powers that nothing's weird, man, that comes out of your mouth. Powers that be have found out about humans' ability to manifest reality and are now trying to suppress it with Jabes. Yep. And weaponized 5G frequencies. Yeah, I believe it. I definitely believe it. It's something that, like they said, if we do it slowly and do it right, we'll get it done. They're not too hastily jumping into the killing us part, but they're doing it and setting up for it really drastic. Obviously, the aliens could come here with their bloody craft and ship a whole bunch of us off to the moon there, or somewhere else to live somewhere else. Or maybe, hey, that's what they've been doing in the past. So there's too many people here on Earth. No, there isn't. There's too many people for them on Earth, but there's not a lot of people on Earth. I believe back in the days, there were 100 billion people here on Earth, and there was still lots of room around Earth. Lots of room, I believe. Definitely. I believe it's changing our DNA for sure. They kill off the immune system, and then deadly pathogens enter your body, and you're fucked. It's you don't have to be a doctor, right, to understand that's exactly what's going on. And now they're doing it to the kids. The Jabes are in the kids now. So they say it with a smile. Now you'll be able to be your kids. You'll be able to get rid of your kids, basically. Give them G's, J's, lots of them. Stick microchips up their butts, and as much as you can, try to fill them with shit. That's what they're doing. It's enraging. I want to bite my teeth off. I want to bust my teeth just by biting down and clenching. That's how mad I am. Seriously. But since I know that it's something that's real, and that the ones that are going to do stupid stuff, by grabbing guns and going around killing people, it's not going to solve anything. We have to do better than that. Is we have to just say no to everything that's going on. Say no. But we're going to experience that, my friends, because the digital currency is coming. They're going to crash the currency. Do you know when money started? At first, it was gold. Do you know in the 60s and 70s? Listen, you weren't allowed buying gold or holding gold in the States or in Canada. Only around the time I was born that you were allowed owning gold and silver. Then they presented money, which then money started flinging money everywhere. Then people were, stopped using gold and stuff like that. But in reality, it's going to come back down to that. If you have 20, 30,000 bucks on you, and everything crashes, the money crashes, well, we might wind up with zero cents. If you have a couple of gold or silver bars lying around, a couple of ounces of silver and gold lying around, well, it's probably going to save you when things happen. But I'm not worried about that. I don't believe that if I have I'm not worried because the $200 that's in my bank account, they can shove it up their asses if they want. If I had 3 million, I'd be more concerned. It's not for nothing. Back in the days, people, and today, I'm sure today, would hide money under mattresses or inside of a backing of a sewing machine or something, right? They do that. But because they knew back in the days that the money was a temporary thing, that things, now it's the stocks and it's the market that's running everything. So money's being thrown left and right. And surprisingly, where the gold and the silver has stayed through the world war that we're going through made me laugh a lot. You could tell that it's corrupt the market, right? They should have readjusted the prices of gold and silver years ago. The spike in 2011, the spike in the 80s, where in 1980 something there was the price of silver had gone up so freaking high, 50 or 60, I think, which is not even at that today. So they're talking about a readjustment. New World Order, they're going to readjust everything. But I can't help but wonder that how come when they say New World Order, everything's changing? How come all the planets are aligning themselves and shit? And like, what the hell's going on? There won't be another alignment till 2040, they tell us. Ever notice how they always say that? We won't see another alignment till 2040. Then we'll get to next year and they're saying the planet's aligning again. Bunch of liars. They have no idea. You're not going to tell me they're going to know in 2040 that these buggers are going to come back unless they're looking at something that was written down. Alien, maybe. It's the aliens that came here to give us the technology about understanding the stars. How the hell can we understand stars if we don't leave the planet? You're not going to tell me Leonardo da Vinci and everyone, all the ones that were studying and talking about planets and stars, come on. They were that smart, or they had already information from an alien being a long time ago. Why do you think everything's buried? Maybe all the mountains on Earth are pyramids, and they just buried all the pyramids. And once everything's done, the mountains will shake, the pyramids will come back up, and they'll keep doing what they've been doing for the past thousands of years. We'll never know what they're doing. That's how I look at things. Yes, West Coast. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and listen, they haven't been active for many thousands of years, so it's very, very concerning. When it hits, it's going to hit. It's going to be like Pompeii. For those of you who don't know about Pompeii, look that up. It's a very scary story where people were buried in ashes. People were buried and stayed frozen in time, turned into stone, and they looked like they were walking. So it must have been one hell of an explosion back in the day of Pompeii. The big alien with a telescope. Bruce. Oh, thanks, Simon. Yeah, that's my little alien looking outside. He's my inspiration. I look at him and I wonder, I ask him all the time, are you guys real? Are you guys real? Feedback, Fred. Merci, man. Thanks for being here, bro. If it is secret, how do you know about it? Because I know certain things that some people don't. That's why some people are whistleblowers and they get the information by remote viewing or by someone infiltrated inside of the government. And I bring shit out. I bring everything I know out. I know lots of secrets. I talk with secretive people. You know what my most prized possession is and what everyone loves me for? For shutting up. I'm really good at shutting up. Oh yeah, Emmy, it's nothing changed, eh? I've been in contact with MUFON a long time ago. It's been years. Directors, and now the assistant director, I was able to meet Eric from Quebec. So it's a cool thing to be inside with them so that I meet MUFON directors, investigators, and at the same time, they can vet me, look at my work to find out what they think of my work, because I've not gotten an opinion yet. From MUFON and what they think of my work. Well, that's not true, actually. I have a director that was interested in the work, but it's not coming out on MUFON. They're not talking about it. I had the beautiful chance of being invited yesterday to a forum and stuff. So the way I look at it, Emmy, is that I have no pushing to do, right? And they're just analyzing some of the findings. Maybe once in a while, I'll get a chance to go on with them to talk about UFOs, to talk about, what's coming and stuff. So it's an honor for me to get a chance to meet some more people like that. But I'm just hoping for the best that my research does come out to more people. The truth, it's not necessarily the research. I want people to see the UFO fleet on the moon that came out. So so far there was I showed the UFO that came down to the house, and I didn't get a response yet from the person that was watching alongside of me. I tend to scare people a lot. I scare people a lot. Someone that's been doing UFO research for a while turns around, and Bruce turns around and says, well, look, I have this to show you. And people are like, how the hell? Right? So it's normal. People will be skeptical a little bit about me at the beginning. So that's why I just try to keep viewing the sky. Next pro. Which thing in particular, though? Tell me exactly what part that I said something that was secret, and I'll be honest with you and tell you exactly how I knew the information. How does dust reach us from the Sahara Desert? Well, they say it does, right? Because all these particulates go up into the air. These tiny particles of dust travel in the winds, and they can go excessively far. They travel like sails in the sky, But does the Sahara Desert reach all the way here? Will it reach all the way here? Maybe it's right now, Annette, where the sands of time are changing places. I guess the deserts have always shifted around Earth. Have you guys seen those maps that they show about the different islands and how North America is always changing? They show a map and you see that things are going like this all the time and they're moving around further from each other. The islands are getting closer to each other, getting further away from each other on a long period of time. So you can't help but wonder, like here now, look, the past few years, I'm seeing you guys in Florida, lots of snow in Florida. I know you've had some in the past, but it was rare fluke events. Texas, right? Texas, Emmy and everyone that has that shows the last year, your grid went down, right? Because everything froze. The Aeolians are not able to resist in cold temperatures. You had no insulation or anything on the wires, even in the houses. Obviously, people in the States don't all know this, but I mean, you open up your tap on a day when everything's frozen and you don't have any heat in your house, bust all the pipes. Cold destroys everything, right? Cold really destroys everything. Not a lot of resistance in that. Worst thing that can happen, mentions on YouTube. Kaylee says, Bruce, they took you from me, but I got you back. Yes, keep looking for me, you guys and gals, please. I'm mesmerized by your show. Kaylee, it really means a lot, you guys. I love you so much for it. Honestly, I've gathered a very small community, but we're real. Everyone that's here is here all the time, continually, except for the new ones coming back. But, Annette, Aleaus, everyone's here. Darla, the stats. I mean, everybody's coming back, making this channel amazing. So I owe you guys a lot of thank you. So that's a must, Kaylee. The mods have to be kind, definitely. Watch one night, all night your videos. I love you for it, Kaylee. Thank you very much for the interest. I get excited, Kaylee, watching my videos myself. I get teary-eyed because for me it was something that I was always curious about when I was young. And when I saw UFO channels and people trying to find out truth, I said, hey, I'm going to blow this out of the park. They're going to be so happy that I showed this to everybody. And instead, I got a lot of skeptics and a lot of people that didn't want to talk about the channel because there is a goal online. A lot of people, not everybody, but some people, the goal is fame, is to be known. I want the research to be known. I want people to know that there's something on the moon. If people find out and it comes out not by me and they admit what's on the moon, well, I will have felt that I did a little part in it. That's, maybe it's just my little thinking. No, I know I'm not changing the world, but I'm changing little parts of people's lives. I like to hope that I am, because this research changed my life. I was overwhelmed when I found out there was structures on the moon. And when I found out that there's lights buzzing around Earth and on the moon, it's like, you can't help but say, wow, it's definitely people on the moon. It has to be. Thank you, Julie. Theblackvault.com. You all can check it out there. There's lots of everything we talk about, UFO reports and stuff like that. And, Skin Ranch and all that. Everything's in there. You got all the documents that were declassified. Very, very interesting website. You have to use your common sense. We don't know what's true, what's not true. The files are real or not. Soul Counseling, and that's a great channel name. Great work as usual, Bruce. Thanks so much, man. How do you feel about all those involved with UAP stuff? Yes, I see shenanigans. Listen, Soul Counseling, I believe that most of the people that are in that, in ufology too, in the UAP stuff, will probably be people that will be trying to lie or trying to hide the truth from coming out. And I get a lot of people that tell me, Bruce, you can't just assume that they're UFOs. They could be satellites in the sky and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to start filming lights that were doing things with characteristics and traits that satellites don't have, like coming down to see me or slowing down or getting really big and bright and then dimming out. Satellites don't do that. Satellites, when they go up in orbit, are small. We see the Elon Musk Starlink train. For those of you new to the channel, I posted 2 satellite trains too. I was lucky to get during an Elon Musk launch here from Quebec, guys. Not even in Florida there or Texas, from the launch pads. I was really happy to be able to see them going by, but I could see them only for 9 or 10 seconds. And then after that, once they go up in orbit, well, the big telescopes, there's a contract, everything's signed. They turn their mirrors away from Earth not to bother the big telescope. So people think that they're seeing all those flashes in the sky, that they're satellites. I look up where the satellites go by. They're going by on one side, they're going by on the other side. There's nothing going over my head. So pretty much proven on my end. I don't feel that I have to prove anything, you know. I know people that are smart enough to come here and say, wow, you know, maybe there's some truth to what he's getting. But it comes down to, is a person honest or not? I know a lot of you, some of you, quite a few of you have told me, Bruce, I followed you for 6 months, or I followed you for 3 months before subscribing, before even commenting, because I thought it was fake stuff you were doing. But then when you look at the videos and you see how many times I catch things, and you see what I do when I go outside, a lot of people laugh. Oh, he talks to the air. Well, it doesn't mean that there's anything listening to me, but I like doing tests. I've had some spiritual encounters in my own home, and nothing less than poltergeist if they're lifting objects and moving them around. And it's something that occurs every few months. So I wanted to share that with people, you know, that lost family members, that said, my God, I'm not going to be able to say goodbye, or I'm not, you know, they're here in a different form. It's not a physical form. But I got another secret for you all that nobody knows. Don't ask me how I know it, but I do. We have different parts to us. We have the physical part. We also have the spiritual part. There's other realms and other dimensions where we have been in the past, and we're connected to all of them. It's like we have a seed from each dimension and realm, all put in a little quick shake in a laboratory in a test tube to make humans. I believe that we're completely made up human beings, probably a race where they tried to perfection us or something, and then they just got sick of us and left us here to make babies on Earth and come back and see how we evolve or whatnot. I believe in higher beings looking at us evolve, like they say in a snow globe. You shake a snow globe and you look inside. I wonder if we're in a snow globe and someone's watching us on the outside. Why do you think people mention that? Because there's probably some truth to it. Peter, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, that's a little scary, man. The Mandela effect, to know that it would happen. I've been having some Mandela effects throughout my life. I had 2 or 3 of them, very, very scary. I had one the other day with Christy, a family. Well, yes, she's family for sure. A community member was talking about Betty White having passed away. She did pass away. But when I said it 3 weeks or 4 weeks before she passed away, I have hundreds of witnesses here. All of you guys were telling me, some of you were, Bruce, Betty White's not dead. She's live. She's still doing, interviews and stuff like that. She's just not doing that much. So that, well, I saw her in the hospital and they said that she was dying and stuff like that. And then people told me, no, you're wrong. Not dead. Then I did that with Bob Barker. Bob Barker died in 2007 or 2008, but he's not dead. And listen, anyways, I remember that. I remember him dying, but I guess he's not. They say, no, he's not dead. If you look up Bob Barker, he's still alive. Okay. For those of you that are not too sure, you'll see he's still alive. But the Mandela effect, Peter, I believe it definitely exists. Definitely exists. Oh, Burn, that's a hell of a good question. Man, I don't know what happened to Steve. It's Steve-O, right? Yes, on WSO. He used to talk a lot about my channel too. We did some interviews, him and I together. I do not know what happened to WSO. I was really upset to see him leave. Poor guy. Also, he had gone through a lot with his son at one point. It must have been really, really hard on the guy. He's still there, so, with his son. His son is better now. And lots was going on with WSO. He disappeared. I don't know where he is. And then I didn't hear anything afterwards about it. You're absolutely right about that. Andrew Ryan Sailor Lepensi says, if you think about it, the human brain is just like an SD card. It can be read, by an outside source that humans cannot comprehend due to its cosmic scale. Love it. Beautiful. You're absolutely right about that. So it's like we're documenting everything that's going on, holding that in our brain that nobody can know about except for a higher source. And I believe that. I believe it 100%. Everything is done through frequencies. Everything is done through frequencies. When there's a frequency that goes out into the universe, no matter how big or small it is, it will never stop traveling. It will always just break down finer and finer and finer, but there'll always be that movement of it. When you think of it, it's hard to imagine, to wrap your mind around it. So you could imagine a big collision, a big bang, the repercussions of that, and how long the echo of that would continue, like a wave in the ocean that continues going up like this, up like that, meeting up continually. Right? That's what's happening. They say that gravity waves go like that, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? We're born, we're on earth. We die, we go up. But when we're born, we come down. Everything's up and down. Everything's up and down. You plant the seed, the flower will grow upwards. When the flower dies, it will fall downwards. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, back to dust. So, with that said, when things get bad, like they are now, excessively bad, at one point, it will go back down. And that's what a lot of you are telling me, that we're approaching that 1,000-year period of peace. And it's a beautiful thought. It's just a beautiful thought to think that could be real, right? Of course. Yuck, that was cold coffee. Imagine a person that couldn't see trying to figure this shit out. Hey, Howley's comment. That's a good one. Howley's comment, sorry. That is a hell of a good one. Well, I'll tell you what. I bet you, because that person cannot see, would be able to come to a conclusion better than us. Because we're seeing shit around us, we're not able to come to a conclusion, right? So those blind people that are blind, they have a powerful and an incredible hearing. They develop their senses of hearing incredibly, you know. It's interesting, though, what you said. That's awesome. Oh, yes, Beth, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. So it's the only one. Greenwald, he's leaking all this stuff out. He's in contact with Pentagon to try to leak some information, declassify some information out. People are allowed asking for the releasing of documents. It's illegal. There's a legal law in the States for it, where the citizens, public people, can ask for certain declassified documents to be released and declassified. And that's what Greenwald is doing. Everything you've ever heard about UFOs or about the paranormal, you're probably going to see it there. That's the source, one of the sources where you want to go around. Hey, Patrick Ladouceur, super bon. Comment est-ce que vous avez su? Comment est-ce que vous avez su qu'il y a eu l'entrevue? Ah, c'est parce que tu dois avoir vu que j'ai marqué Jeff Benoit, mais je vais le partager aussi sur la chaîne. C'est un gars, il est drôle. Je me suis fait du fun avec. Really good guy, Jeff Benoit. C'est un clisse de bon Jack, puis il aime ça faire des shows pour parler, puis pour ramener des sujets à la table. Fait que, ouais, on s'est fait vraiment beaucoup de fun. Une chance de rencontrer d'autres mondes, man. Yes, Simon, that's it. He's gone with a kiddo, I think, somewhere. He should be back, and if not, well, I'll definitely be back on later. Made Wild Wonders, your research will be recognized and studied alongside others in similar findings. That means a lot, my friend. Findings, copy, and hide physical backups. Yeah, thanks. I'm feeling this reset is from deep to cancel full disclosure and wipe memory. You're very smart, Made Wild Wonders. I love the name of your channel, by the way. Thanks for being here. I think you said a mouthful right there. He's feeling this reset is from deep. Yes, it is very deep, to cancel full disclosure and wipe memory. Yep. So that it doesn't come out, so that they can continue and to hide more now. Now that they're sort of being found out, they're going to need a couple more years to go back into hiding, to do different stuff. It's not for nothing. They're always trying to develop camouflage It's not to hide from Russia. It's to hide from the people. That's what they're doing. Literally. That was a good one. Thanks a lot, man. As long as they don't grab my mind back. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing, right? Everyone can be tapped into that frequency, Kaylee, right? Everybody can be tapped into that frequency. And some people can be tapped into a frequency where they don't realize it. So if you think something in your mind and you say, I'd kill that son of a, I want to kill that guy. Is it your thought? Is it a healthy thought? You know, it's scary stuff when you think that MK Ultra and all that can be real. I believe they're in the schools. I believe they're indoctrinating the children, setting them up for future to be future assassins or to be future people that will be programmed to wake up. Maybe our program word. Imagine if we're all part of the MK Ultra program, and our secret word was Biden or Trump. So when we started hearing about Trump at one point, it's like we just activate, activation. I'm laughing, but I actually believe that. I believe that the mind's always being manipulated. So you know what? Maybe their manipulation of the minds is what's attracting all ghosts and spirits to pop up here. Have you ever thought of seeing a ghost if you've seen one in the past, that it's not a dead person, that it could be someone in a parallel world that you just quite simply saw him or her walking through where both dimensions connect? So if dimensions overlap each other, and maybe there's a part of Earth where there's a dimension overlapping Antarctica, or I'm serious about what I'm saying. I know it's never been spoken about because it's just ridiculous, I guess, for some, but I really don't believe it. I believe that there are no coincidences either, and everything that is dimension or portal that is outside of our realm has to be sitting somehow, floating or leaning on our dimension. And maybe where those two worlds are leaning together, maybe it causes a portal or an opening for some people to be able to cross over on the other side. Maybe you couldn't cross over as a human. That's why some people do astral traveling, to be able to leave their bodies, figuratively speaking, to be able to go to the other side. I've been. I could tell you what's on the other side, like probably many of you. But what I saw and what other people see, maybe not the same thing. It's an empty void. We're in the physical realm here. The physical realm, everything consists of either pain or feeling good. You're either feeling great or you're in pain, up or down. It's one or the other. There's no six things. It's one or the other thing. But I can't help but wonder if this physical realm is our stage one. We're all infants in the world of beings, and the first time a being comes to be created or be born would be in the physical world, to know what the pain is around us, because it's a shell around us, a sack of flesh that's holding us as light beings. We're souls. We're free roaming souls. I believe we were put here either, lots of theories. People say, Bruce, maybe we're fallen angels. I love these theories. You can't rule any of it out. I would hope that we were or not, but who knows? Maybe we are. Maybe we are, right? So we're here stuck in the physical world, not being able to go to the other world unless we go in an astral travel. But how are we going astral traveling? What part of your body leaves and brings you next door into the outer world as compared to the inner world here? Because that's how I see it. Or maybe this is the outside of the universe, the outer world, and on the other side, the dimension realms are the realms where people live more normally. Maybe there is no physical side to anything. Maybe somebody did some crazy science experiment and went and grabbed a roaming soul and built the body around it and connected a brain to it and everything. And say, now some of you are going to say, whoa, that's crazy. It's not crazy if it's understood and if the elements are understood. Everything and anything can be created, built, done, anything by using the proper elements. And I'll say, like the CIA was saying, which was scary, there's, as long as you find the proper means, there's always a way to change whatever we want to change by finding the proper element or means of being able to do that. And I believe they are continually trying to manipulate our minds. Why do you think the secret societies, the Masons and stuff? I don't know about you guys in the States, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. There's one of you here right now that remembers at your school, there's a big trophy with the names of the smartest students that used to have 80 plus averages, right? And they put that on the Mason trophy, and there was a gift or certificate of money presented to those students by a Mason who came to my school when I was in grade 5 or 6. And I saw the sign there of the Masons, which I didn't know what it was, didn't care. And only today, in my 40s, but I was in my 20s or 30s when I found out about the Masons. So when I found out about the Masons, I realized, holy crap, I was going back to that school for my son and my kids. So when I was walking into the school, I was seeing that plaque with the name of Genevieve on it, which I used to remember went to school with me. And I was saying, holy crap, it's the Masons that are giving out money to students that are really, really smart, and they're offering them even some freaking jobs. Why do you think that is? Because they don't want anybody smart to be on, to become a whistleblower. They're going to blow it out of the park. Can you imagine these smart brains turning around and explaining everything about the people, but what the hell's going on? They don't want smart people doing that. They want to keep the smart people for them. So those people, and Genevieve's a freaking accountant today. Okay. They go and get these for a big law firm. They go and get these people to work for them, and they pay them big, high salaries. If you shut up, you're going to keep working. If you don't shut up, well, you're going to lose your post and job. And that's how they can manipulate us with money. They manipulate us with money all the time. That's how they're doing it. It's a crutch. Money is definitely a crutch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alpha Kush. I love that name. I know someone who fly to TR3B. I believe you, because I know some people are able to talk. I have Royal Canadian Mounted Police members in my family that are retired now that were private investigators, and one of them was a head investigator. And no, he didn't tell me everything about the drug run and where drugs was coming from and where the UFOs were coming from. But, these people will speak up a little bit in the family and tell us about certain things to protect the family sometimes. And a lot of people know about some of these certain things. And some people do know some people that flew the TR-3Bs. I had the honor of meeting quite a few family members of people who've had their fathers go to the moon, apparently, whether it be real or not. I still love talking with the families, and the families are very concerned about the mentality of people that went to the moon. A lot of people are really sad because they said that, they're proud of their family members to have gone to the moon. So I'm very careful when I'm putting people down. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying that NASA hid the way they went to the moon. So yes, astronauts are there because they want to be astronauts and go to space, but they're going to have to sign some contracts when they do go out into space. They're not going to be able to bring back all that information and talk about things, right? Oh, yeah. It's like a K. You were right the first time pronouncing my name. Oh, Kale. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, so I was right. You were awesome with the K in front. Yep. Real alien chart off real deal of the real deal. Well, thank you, Kale. Got it right this time. Yes, Lockesty. You said it. It's more than a movie. And there's some truth in some of the movies, I think. And it is definitely something very, very real. Check the dollar.com, this channel. Beautiful image, a peaceful place. Thanks, Adios. On t'aime fort, mon frère, avec le grand sport que tu donnes ici. Thank you very much. Gabber, again, thanks for listening in, you guys. We have another stream. I did good. I thought my voice wasn't going to last, and it did. And I've been trying to find ways to really thank you all for everything that you're doing. And you guys must know and understand that I appreciate it, but I wish I could do more for you all. I try to devote as much time as I can to do the streams. I mean, some people come here in the streams and say, "What's he doing?" Just saying hi to people sometimes, and I do it a lot. But in reality, the streams were just for that, for me to come and say hi and say, "Hey, oh, Lockasty Stargate is more than a movie." Yes, it is, and interact with people, hoping that it's going to attract more people here. You said it, Simon. Yeah, we'll be. Yes, I want radar, Bruce, filtered to my roof. You know, we need speed radars too, speed traps. Find out how fast these buggers are going. Well, that's what we'll be doing, Simon, down the road is investing in some equipment. I think you're pretty much the same as me, is that, you know, in those 19 movies in the 1960s or 1950s where you see these people have radio equipment plastered all the hell over their house, and they're looking for these signals out in space, signal going by. Ever notice that those people were like laughed at back in the days, and nobody gave a crap about these people that were doing boring work at home, sitting there, there's nothing going on, waiting for a signal? It's not boring. It's the most incredible work and research that anyone could ever do. But the government doesn't want people doing that. The government wants people doing that for them. Don't want people doing research in space for themselves, sir. Lise, how's it going? Good evening from Denmark. Hope all is well with everyone. Thank you very much, Lise, for being here. I love you for it. Appreciate that. Amen. Oh, if it was feta, I'd be up there, man. I tell you, my Greek friends. Maybe there's a bunch of Greeks up there with feta. Hey, hey. Yeah, for sure. Guns do make you a target. Definitely. Every gun owner, everyone that owns guns, they'll be put on a watch list for sure. If all you ate was cheese, you would be in super trouble, and backup would be excruciating. Yes. Oh, yeah. The backup. Here's the news. Bruce doesn't get constipated. Bruce liked. Amen. I'm over the cheese. Bruce liked the cheese so much back in the day, a couple months ago, that I don't get constipated. I could pack down 6 bricks and they come out like a production line, one over the other, continually coming outwards. I could pack up as much cheese as I want. But as for the health, Annette, it's not healthy. Not healthy eating too much cheese. Instead of making a meal, what I do is I go grab a couple of cheese sticks, 3 or 4 cheese sticks, and that's it. Not eat nothing, just the cheese sticks. Then I'd make a sandwich, a cheese sandwich, of course, or my morning toasted cheese toast. Had to have the toasted cheese. I had 2 with the orange processed cheese on it, and I had 2 toasts with the regular cheese on it, probably all while eating a bag of curds. That's how bad I was. Pretty bad with the cheese. I quit it all. There's not going to be any more problems. Back problems will disappear. Everything will disappear. We can solve any problems our bodies have. It's just a willpower most of us need and that don't have. Here. I'm including myself in that. Very strong willpower. And that's why I should be able to continue to lose weight. And what I've been doing for the past months are just hiccuping because the body's like, what the hell? There's something that can happen that you trigger your body gain weight. At one point when I started fasting, I started gaining. So it's like the body's like, holy crap, he hasn't eaten nothing today. Store the fat. Keep the water in his body. That's what was happening. Some people retain water more than others. I'm sitting there, I don't know what's wrong, eh? What would happen if we never believed in any government? We'd be free. We would be free, brother. Yeah, I hear you. That's subliminal messaging. It's backwards. It's a good way to get some good information in someone's head. Yeah, exactly. What would happen if we never believed in any government? Or if we hadn't even started the governments, right? It'd probably be like the Far West. I guess there'd be a brawl once in a while and a showdown once in a while, but peace would probably maintain itself a lot better. Sugar B, hello. Thanks for being here, you guys. Excuse me. That's rude. Oh my goodness. Okay, am I getting old, guys? I yawned and I pulled a nerve in the back of my head. Jeez, get out for walks, man. Something super alien in the sky. Ah, it is, and it's coming, Annette. But I'm telling you guys, it's good news. I feel it's good news without having any proof of any of that. I do feel it's going to be good news coming towards us. We'd be so happy if no government. Yeah, we would. And we'd probably get along far better, right? We get along a lot better. So what they're doing now with our money, they're shipping it off to Ukraine anyways, right? In many countries, we don't even have the money. That we want safe borders, and they're taking down the wall in the States to let everybody in. It's just so retarded. It really is. That's how I look at it, Craig. When you put the time in, yeah, you do. You'll see some stuff. But I'll be honest, there's many nights where I'll film as every time I can. 6 to 9 hours of darkness and every night, and in that period of time filming, I can make a 10-minute videos like I show you guys. So if I wasn't out there for 9 hours, I wouldn't even have a 10-minute video. But there are a lot of things going by. Definitely a lot of things going by in the sky, for sure. My chair is falling apart. There we go. Let's get it back up. So I want to thank everyone for having stopped by. I probably should get off now, I guess. And I'll be back on in a couple of hours. We're going to look up CERN. We're going to look up what the hell that rocket was that hit the moon. We'll look up a couple of things that I wanted to check out. We'll look at the Space Force launch today. We'll check out to see who's launching. I think it's Gate Smasher that's going to the moon. What I think is going on is that Gate Smasher is bringing back bacon from the moon. I think that's what's going on. It's the best feeling, guys, when I come here and I see that one of you or more than one of you has said that without necessarily me having changed your lives, that you appreciate seeing the findings that I do. It's really heartwarming for me. I think it's awesome to have the amazing support, even though we are not 100,000 here when we should be. We should definitely be 100,000 here, but we're not. We will be at one point, I hope. A little bit of water. A little bit of water. Mineral water. Is that fattening? I don't care. Sugar Bees in the house. Was it Enlil? Enlil. Thank you, Darla. Kale, thanks again for stopping by, my dear friend. Yeah, that would be the best no government. I think that's what's happening. Conspiracy is a made-up word by the government. You said it. That's true. It's absolutely true. Conspiracy theorists. What an insult. Hey, it is. It's an insult. Conspiracy theorist. You know what a conspiracy theorist is? Somebody who says that they're not killing people off in the world. There's a conspiracy theorist. But somebody that turns around and says that they're killing everyone off is declared a conspiracy theorist? No. It's the other way around. It really is the other way around. Everything's the opposite. Doctors and hospitals were being paid a significant amount for every diagnosis and admission sickening. It is, and it's It's payment through the money system. And the doctors that are good doctors, because there's a lot of them out there, I hope, don't know what they're doing. Some of them really don't. Like, somebody gives the doctor drugs to administer to a patient, and it's just, here you go, here you go, here you go. Nobody knows what's in it. We don't have doctors trying to check to see if what's in the COVID, right? But yeah, I would never stick anything in my arm that I didn't know the exact product, what it was. But that is crazy. That's like going into some drug circle where everyone's doing a kind of dope that you've never heard of. There's people lying on the ground dead around you at the same time, and you say, "Hey, can I have a hit?" What the hell, guys? Wake up. Fast walkers. I used to be a slow walker, then I lost some weight. I became a fast walker. Yeah, fast walkers. I don't know if I've seen any personally. I've seen some very special spiritual encounters, but yeah, really weird stuff. Thank you, Darla. I appreciate it, guys. It is Alpha Kush. We will too. Right up the ass. Sorry, guys. I couldn't help it, but that's how I feel. Sure. I'll definitely try. That's something that a lot of people thought wasn't real, and there are some people that can make it rain. I have another incredible thing that I can do is I can make people stop bleeding, and it's something incredible. I didn't know it, but I made myself stop bleeding with my arm. My leg literally opened up like as long as a pencil, just right opened up, and I was always been able to do that. I believe the human race is a race of beings that have so many skilled level powers that we have that we don't know about, from the mind all the way down to the physical part of us, the aura, something about us. So it's not for nothing that the governments are trying to brain fog us. There's a good term, brain fog, right? Same here, Sugar Bee. I'm done with them too. I'm a hell of a good guy, like a lot of you guys are doing, is that I'm not being an asshole. I'm not going around with guns or protesting or frustrated about people in abortion. And I'm looking for people with kids in the street like these psychos are doing. Like just the other day, a woman was taken down, woman with a baby child in a freaking stroller, shot back of the head while someone was walking down the street. Pop. The people that own the guns are dangerous. Not necessarily the guns, but it's no choice. You guys have to keep your guns in the States, as we do here too. Even though we got them taken away, 1,500 guns taken away. We're not allowed selling, transferring anymore. Everyone that owns a gun will be on a watch list. That's why I don't have any. I'll never find mine. I put it, I'm all ready. I don't trust the government, and I'm done with them. So I agree with that 100%. Boo crew. It is a sad time for women, but I assure you the men will stand up for our women friends. Definitely. Women have always been suppressed, not able to get good paying jobs. And now that should be different because we have women that are in charge of the CIA and stuff like that. They're getting good jobs. Of course, right? But it's a sad thing to see what they're doing to the women. I'll be honest with you. I've never mentioned it just before I get off. The trans situation. I'm sure there are trans people that are looking at what they're saying about the trans people and saying, why the hell is the government creating all this commotion around us? They must be asking it, the trans people, right? Why not? I've seen some gay people talk about that, saying that's ridiculous. It's so embarrassing what they're doing. It's the bullshit that they're trying to bring that into schools and stuff. Do we have a serious freaking problem if they're doing that? Drag queen story time? But see, it passed off as racist. Oh, Bruce doesn't like drag queens. Nah, I don't. I'm not going to hide it either. I'm allowed. You don't like a neighbor? Why? I turn things around. I don't like someone that's dressed up. But you know what? Because I don't like people that do like Mr. Dress Up. not because he's trans. You see how the system and the words fuck everything up when I'm not saying anything racist? I don't like people dressing up in makeup like that and putting on wigs and stuff. That's all. Does it mean I don't like the gayness of the people? No. I don't give a shit. I'm not gay. And if I was, I'd be like them, probably protesting and doing whatever, but I wouldn't be protesting. I'd be shutting up at home. I'd be silent with my girl or boyfriend, whatever, and I'd be doing my life. People getting involved in all this shit there, it's ridiculous. Drag queen story time? Well, how did that work? Because they found out that the queen story time person in charge is a pedophile, and they found some child pornography on his or her or its website. I don't know what to call them anymore because it's proper pronouns. My ass. Why would I have to label somebody them, they, why? It's, hey man, hello my dear. That's all they're gonna get from me, you know. But these are controversial things that I'd love to bring up because I'm not racist, because I don't have a racist bone in my body. I'm not afraid of talking my mind of what I think about the trans people and stuff like that. I love them. I got nothing against them, but the government is pushing them when they should be focused on the effing world war and the people dying in the streets and the COVID and all that. Instead, no, drag queen story time. Did you see how in the States one said, every school should have a drag queen because they're so cool? I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what's going on when I'm hearing them talk. It's psychotic. Sure, they can be cool, but do you have to send one to a school? I'm a cool guy. I like turning things around because what I do is I'd go there in my underwears at school. That's what I should do. Walk into the school here, the public school, kindergartens, of course. Just walk in my underwears. I'll put a wig on and say, I'm straight. I'm celebrating straight. Proud to be straight. We're walking around naked in the street and we'll have guys just fist bumping each other and we'll keep a distance because we're like not gay. Isn't the world stupid with everything they're doing? And it started with the black face. Then it started with, geez, black people, just put on white faces and laugh at us. I mean, that's what they used to do back in the days. A white person used to make fun of the black people. Black people used to make fun of the white person. But now it's like pop, 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 pop instead, right? You know, my dad's blacker than yours. My dad's whiter than yours. It's so stupid. I think it's just a really big joke. So with that said, maybe some people will hate me for having said that. I respect your opinions, but it's just the way I look at it. I think it's a big ass farce. There's a lot of other incidents and a lot of other issues that they should be focused on. So what's not true? I only speak truth here. Google is evil. That's not true. Google is Satan. Everything I say here, Google is evil, is true. Trust me. Jay Shope. Thanks, you guys. And again, I'm getting off. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. And thanks for the amazing support you give this channel. Happy Canada Day. Don't worry, ain't getting drunk. I'll be right here at 8 o'clock when we come on. Not going to change doing the work today. There's lots to be done. And it looks like rain, so I'll be focusing on some videos in here. See what I can whip up for you all. Great big thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to come to the channel. And tonight we'll talk about some more issues, the CERN, and we'll look up to see there's a launch coming up tomorrow and stuff or later. So I can't thank you all enough. I love you all very, very much. And I'll talk to you all at the 8 o'clock Eastern time every Friday at 1 and 8 p.m. 1 p.m., 8 p.m. we stream. So come check it out. If you haven't checked out my recent podcast, a couple videos back about MK Ultra, if you're interested in mind control programs and experimentation on humans, please take the time to look it up. Talk to you all really, really soon. Bye-bye for now. Thanks, mods.